After a long day of questioning, the grand jury in the Walmart shooting has now been seated. They will next decide whether the officers who fired the shots that killed John Crawford should be charged in that case. Now, last month, a man called 911 saying that Crawford was pointing a gun at people inside the store. That call triggered the series of events that ultimately led to not only Crawford's death, but that of Angela Williams as well. So we wanted to know if anyone else besides the officers could be indicted here. Robert Lowry spoke with a legal expert, getting that answer for you tonight.
Well, we're told it could take several days for the prosecutor to go through all of the evidence with the grand jury. More than 200 pictures, 50-plus witness statements, and of course that surveillance video showing the shooting. But the evidence could show that the two officers aren't the only ones who could face indictment. A special grand jury in Greene County begins listening to evidence in a deadly officer-involved shooting, trying to determine if charges should be filed after two people died at the Beaver Creek Walmart August 5th.
That's all they have to find is probable cause, which is a pretty low threshold for evidence.
But the two officers, Sergeant David Darko and Officer Sean Williams, may not be the only ones the jury could indict.
There's a gentleman walking around with a gun in the store.
Is he got it pulled out?
Yeah, he's like pointing at people.
What does he look like?
He's a black male, probably about 6 foot tall.
That's part of the 911 call from Ronald Ritchie, who was inside the store watching John Crawford III before police arrived. I spoke with UD Law professor Tom Hagel to ask if the grand jury could find any wrongdoing in Ritchie's call to police. Can they look at that 911 caller, or is it just strictly to the two officers?
Oh, no. I mean, whatever those facts uncover can lead to a indictment of somebody else other than those two officers.
Which means if there is probable cause, jurors could indict Ritchie. But Hagel says while it is possible, in this case, it's not likely.
The only possible way they could do that would be if they could prove that, number one, what he told the 911 operator was false, and secondly, that he did it with some type of wrongful intent.
Now, because this is a grand jury, all of that evidence will not be disclosed. That includes that surveillance video. But that video could be released along with other pieces of evidence should the Crawford family file a civil suit. Reporting, Robert Lowry, 2 News, working for you.